And just a minute or two here for the players to get warmed up before the start of the game. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Dallas Mavericks. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined courtside by Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And it's Allie LaForce Sports tonight on the sideline. Now, look at Dallas' starting lineup. Washington and Lively hold down the post for him. Bradley Beal is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Marshall in at the 3 spot. And for the Hawks, they've got Flagg. Chauncey Billups out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Jalen Johnson. And Murray Boyles in at the 5. You know, these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
And the Hawks with the possession. Count the basket.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
Now, here is Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, you know you're going to see some great ball handling when Kyrie is on the floor. Nice finish.
Here's Alexander Walker. To the paint, trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Pass to Flagg. 6 to shoot. Johnson sets the screen for Flagg. Billups, no good. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And it's Washington missing. Well, what you get with P.J. Washington, you've seen it, Doris, an all-around game.
Kevin, he's cross-position. He can make shots in big moments. He can absorb a huge defensive assignment, and the man loves to compete.
Beal can't get it to go. Hawks have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Johnson attacking, and the rejection by Lively. Now Marshall. Pass to Beal. Washington sets the pick for Beal. Now Washington lets it go from deep. And it's Murray Boyles with the rebound. Here's Flagg. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. The kick out to Billups from downtown. Mavericks with the rebound. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And it's Flagg with the rebound.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's the 3. The offensive rebound. Johnson sets the screen for Flagg. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Well, versatility is maybe Flagg's best weapon. He's a mismatch out there for pretty much anyone.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of this game. And he's good on the first of 3. In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of their starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
Dyson Daniels checked in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That one is no good.
So much hype around Cooper Flagg. Just an all-around type of forward. Can guard and play multiple positions. I cannot wait to see his career develop.
And he nails goes the third. And you look at this Mavs rotation now, Doris, a wide range of ages.
And that's important, Kevin, because typically when you start a rebuild or a build, it begins with young players. But inevitably there comes a moment in time where you think we need some maturity and we need some veterans in our locker room. So it's always better to have a blend.
And here are the Mavericks now. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. This many years into the game, and the Kyrie challenge is still puzzling. Coach said we'd actually prefer to see him shoot. At least our feet can be more set outside to contest. People forget how good of a shooter Kyrie can be. He continued and said, and threes are so hard to compete against, we want to try and limit those first. Guys?
Allie, thank you so much. Daniels with it. He's covered by Beal. Pass to Flag. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And that 7-foot wingspan of Flag helps him when he's in close.
Irving looking for an opening. Tipped away. It's stolen by Johnson. Fast break, the Hawks. Daniels against Washington. Johnson, wide open, he fires. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Lively. Scoreless thus far. Down low, he stopped the run and finished off by Lively.
Oh, my goodness. Not only a vertical threat, but a big-time finisher, Derek Lively.
Three-pointer. And Lively pulls it down. Now, here's Marshall. Guarded closely. He can't hit that time. The Hawks leading by 7. Pass the Flag. And here is Billups. Launches a 3. The shot will not fall. Good D by Irving. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2 for 1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Now here's Beal. Here's Washington. Marshall with it. And it's Flag with the rebound. Flag's got 4 rebounds in this game. Johnson dishes to Billups. Releases. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And so it's Atlanta heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Back to the action in just a minute. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Well, I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
So with Irving on the bench, here's a 5 for Jason Kidd right now. They've got Marvin Bagley, Max Christie out there with Williams. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Shea in at the small forward position. And the Hawks with possession here after the Mavericks pick up 3. Here's Flag. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And that's now 6 points for Cooper Flag. After Shea to the middle. Trying to find Bagley and gets it to him. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And at this stage, this is where Bagley feels most comfortable. Knows he has the size and touch to score inside.
Now here's McCollum. Hasn't made one yet. Daniels a screen on Williams. Kuminga the pass to McCollum. Williams with the steal. about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to Bagley. Here's Riesesheim. Kept alive. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Bagley.
And how about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. For the Hawks, Jalen Johnson comes in for Kuminga. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Dyson Daniel. Dallas also making some changes. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Bagley. Beal comes in for Riesesheim. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Christie. Here's Flagg. 6 points for him. Here's McCollum. Good, nice job down low. McCollum's got his first bucket in this one. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, then that can be as difficult as anything.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Dallas Mavericks are all in on defense. Coach Jason Kidd said, quote, "That's something you can hang your hat on, especially when your offense isn't going. Defense will give you a chance to win those ugly games. That gives you the opportunity to play for that bigger trophy." Guys, back to you.
Yeah, gotta have it. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. So it's the Mavericks now after the basket by Atlanta. Irving for three. That's it. He's got two made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, we know Kyrie is one of the outstanding shot takers and makers in this league.
Back to McCollum. With the floater, just 5 on the clock. Here's Flagg. He's covered by Beal. Mavericks trail by 3. You know, with Daniel Gafford, they have an element inside that a lot of teams are looking for.
Well, let's begin with his motor. Daniel Gafford wants to play hard and compete on every possession. He's a lob threat and a rim protector. Give me all of that.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Atlanta making some changes. Kuminga's come in for Jock Landale. Dyson Daniels comes in for Flagg. And Chauncey Billups has subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And then for Dallas, Derek Lively comes in for Daniel Gafford. And it's Najee Marshall in for Williams. Mavericks trail by 3. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Inside, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
Wow, not sure what happened there. Yikes.
Atlanta leading by 3. Pass to Alexander Walker. And here is Billups. Still without a basket. Now, Alexander Walker. No coverage that time. And the Hawks lead by 6. Outside Irving. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. For Atlanta, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Alexander Walker finds Johnson. Rebound by Marshall. Mavericks trail by 6. Pass to Irving. This one for 3. Drills it from outside. Irving's got 8 points.
That is pure from Kyrie. Fantastic working off the catch.
Johnson sets the screen for Billups. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The Mavericks have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Teardrop shot. Billups with some nice defense here.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
Pass to Kuminga. Outside Daniel. To the inside. Stolen by Lively. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Marshall gets the bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Outside Billups. Johnson sets the screen for Billups. Misses the three. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Hawks lead by 3. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
I'm here with P.J. Washington. P.J., what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not letting them get easy routes to the basket and contesting their shots, rebounding, and just not letting them get second chance points.
Comes back to the fundamentals, guys.
Thank you, Allie. And folks, don't go away. Halftime is here, and we'll be right back with you after this break. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Atlanta leading by 3. You know, so much turmoil for the Mavericks last season, GA. Despite that, they were a win away from making the playoffs.
Yeah, they battled valiantly. But to go from the 2024 NBA Finals to the lottery, obviously disappointing. They're looking to make amends this season.
Jalen Johnson is out there with flag. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Chauncey Billups and Murray Boyles in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Count that one. Irving's got 10 points.
What's amazing about Kyrie is the number of go-to moves he has on the interior.
Johnson with a screen on Irving. Billups against Irving. Bounce pass from Alexander Walker. And it's flag missing. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for Dallas. They trail by 3. Johnson with it. Now Beal defending. Here's Murray Boyle. And he gets the bucket. He has 6.
Boy, how about the timing, the delivery? That is exactly how you set a teammate up.
Lively is screen on Billups. And finished off by Lively.
Well, Kyrie Irving's creativity is indisputable. This guy can score it, but he is also an excellent passer.
Johnson outside. Back to Billups. Pass to Murray Boyle. Shot clock at 6. Fades and shoots. And it's flag missing. Mavericks trail by 3. Now Washington. And it's Beal in the corner. Lively sets a screen for Beal. Tries again. Lively's shot is off. The Hawks leading by 3. Out to the right wing. Here's Phillips. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Continuously working in close. Billups earning that bucket.
Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Irving against Phillips. Now, here is Irving. T right on him. To the paint. Deflects the pass. And it's good. 2 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Murray Boyle. Lively defending. The three from Phillips. Drills the three-pointer. Phillips has got 5.
And Billups is a shoot-first point guard, someone ready and willing to let that one fly.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Hawks making a switch here. Daniels is checked in. Williams, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Pass to Marshall. Outside, Beal. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, there is a relentlessness to Bradley Beal, and he does a nice job on the interior to get a contested shot down.
Wide with it. Marshall defending. And here is Phillips. Over Williams. Phillips, no good. It's Beal on the wing. He's covered by Daniels. Johnson against Beal. 13 feet away. No good. Shot missing. The Hawks leading by 4. Here's Murray Boyle. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. He's got 8. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Lively. That's good.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Outside Daniel. Johnson, the pass to Daniels. Clock at 6. Johnson with a screen on Williams. Takes a 3. The shot by Murray Boyles, no good. Williams against Phillips. Williams kicks to Marshall. Pass to Washington. Wants to get it to Lively and does. Outside Williams. From outside the arc. Atlanta with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. And now in transition. Here's Williams. Here we go. Washington inside, and he gets it to go. Now just a 2-point Atlanta lead. Floats one up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, and this is a crafty move by Billups, making sure he's in the act while being fouled.
The Hawks shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
Free throw drops for Chauncey Billups.
And what you love about Billups is that this guy's a winner, a guy his teammates and coaches trust to make the right decision.
And Chauncey Billups drops them both.
Well, this guy's so crafty. Once he catches the defender a little bit out of position, it's a very good bet he's going to get some free throws.
Irving for 3. Here's Bagnall. And that one released in time, but no good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's Atlanta. They're up by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Williams is out there with Irving. Then it's Bagley. Then there's Max Christie. And it's Gafford in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Alexander Walker. On the wing, Daniels. Pass to Alexander Walker. Now here's McCollum. Here's Landale.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Outside Williams. Takes it inside. Comes up empty down low. Atlanta leading by 6. Daniels passes to Alexander Walker. Daniels against Christie. Kicks it out to Johnson. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Boy, no one is blocking that shot. Excellent use of the floater.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Hawks.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
I also like how they've played in the painted area. They've made an effort to work on the inside and convert those chances.
The Hawks shooting well, 50% from the floor. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Pass to Christie. Williams against Kuminga. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Oh, in a close game like this, that is the kind of mental lapse you have to avoid.
The Hawks leading by 3. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Pass to Alexander Walker. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Hawks lead by 6.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. For the Hawks, Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Johnson. Clyde comes in for Dyson Daniels. And Chauncey Billups is subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Dallas also making some changes. Washington's checked in for Marvin Bagley. Marshall comes in for Max Christie. And Beal subbed in for Williams. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message that Jason Kidd was giving to his team. He said to his players, I believe in you. I know what we have. It was less about X's and O's and more about the team's identity. Guys, they play for one another.
All right, Allie, thanks. Alexander Walker with the ball. He's covered by Washington. Yep, that one goes in there. And now it's an 8-point Hawks lead.
There's just certain guys have a nose for the basketball. I don't think you teach that. Great second effort there.
Back to Irving. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. And he'll go to the line to shoot 3. You know, Greg, when Kyrie elevates off the dribble, it's a work of art.
He makes it look so easy, but that fluidity is the result of countless hours in the gym and perhaps an innate gift for the extraordinary.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
What's amazing about Kyrie Irving is if you ask a broad section of players who their favorite is to watch, many will tell you it's Kyrie.
And the Hawks making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Good on the second free throw. And he makes all three. Atlanta leading by 5. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Billups from 19. That one goes. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for Dallas. A steal. And they're pushing it up. Goes up. Oh, the slam dunk.
Great job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
One time.
On the free throw, no good. Mavericks trail by 9. Washington with it. Now defended by Flair. Going to work down low. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. It's good!
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Now here's Beal, defended by Alexander Walker. Atlanta leading by 9, and it's time for an injury report.
The head athletic trainer for the Mavericks let me know the status. It's a bruised shoulder, and while uncomfortable, they'll be glad it's not a more serious injury. Even though this is typically considered a moderate time frame to full recovery, he is indeed potentially able to play, so we'll be keeping an eye on him. Back to you.
Good information as always, Allie. We thank you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to be a while before we see him again, and that hurts. You hope to maximize your time in this league as much as possible. Being out that long has got to be heartbreaking for this young guy.
Smart accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
The shot is good.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces. As it appears, it'll be a nice win here for Atlanta.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Here's Billups. Another chance. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
So the Hawks take the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And that'll do it, folks. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Now it's time for our player of the game.